Hey folks, how y'all doing? Happy 1st of January 2022. I wonder how many days it's going to take for me to stop writing 2021 on everything. I'm Nick Taylor, of course, as you already know. I'm doing this because I had a request, even though the stream was about cameras and people were asking about microphones. Now, I started to do another stream, but I was on, anyway, I was on someone else's platform. So I figure I'd do it like this. So if any of the people that might happen to see it and think about it, they can put their comments here and I'll see them, and then I can come back and do it. Because if I do a live stream and the people isn't here, I'll be doing double duty, because I'll be doing a live stream, then answering a handful of questions. Then when the people that actually wanted it, then they come and comment, oh, I missed your stream. And it happens because I miss people's streams too. You know how the notifications is. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. And I would do that. Then I'll have to come back in there, because I like to answer people's questions when it's a genuine question. Okay. Now I'm going to go through the microphones that I actually own. And I'm going to go through the signal boosters that I actually own. In this case, I won't be going through anything that I don't have, but the Shure SM7B, the Audio Technica AT2040, the Audio Technica AT2020, and the PreSonus PD-70. I actually have all of them, and you're looking at on the screen. That's actually the microphone that I'm talking into right now, that you're looking at on the screen in front of my two computer monitors, my two LG 27-inch monitors that I'm looking at right now, monitor 1 and monitor 2 there. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm no expert. I'm just a user that has a little bit of studio recording time, very little small studio recording time. Know my way around a mixing board just a little bit. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Now, what we have here, and let me let you know something too. I am not affiliated with Amazon. I don't make anything off of Amazon, nothing like that, or Amazon or B&H Photo, Newegg, and eBay. Those are normally the 4 sources I get. I tend not to do the Facebook Marketplace stuff, because if you can't test it right now, for some people it's a safety concern, which I understand. I'm not really worrying about that. But if it's something I can't test right there on the spot, you're actually taking a total stranger's word for it. Where if it's available, and I can pay a couple of shekels more and get a brand new one, where if something's wrong with it, I have the Amazon or the B&H Photo or the Newegg behind me where I can return it, then so be it. Because, I mean, you can be out of a little money or out of a lot of money, but the choice is yours. I'm not here to decide for you. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. You see the PreSonus PD-70 dynamic vocal microphone. Now, this microphone actually is sitting right here. That's it right there. Because I switched it. I want to do something. I done a sound comparison for somebody, for a blind sound comparison for those two, for this AT2040 and the PD-70. That's why it's still sitting here. But when I'm done, I'm gonna put all this stuff up. But I like them all, but they all each have their strengths and weaknesses. The PD-70 is a little flatter to me than this one. Now, granted, I do have equalization. There is none on right now. Everything is set to flat. I have the compressor. The compressor on the Yamaha MG10XU is about at the 10 o'clock position. So there's not a lot of compression going on right now. I have it aimed at the side of my mouth, and I'm not talking into the top of the capsule like I normally would if I had a pop filter on there. Now the AT2040 has a pop filter built in, but I still like external add-on filters. PD70, very good microphone. It comes just as you see it. Now you see it's $99 here on Amazon currently. They come in all different, people sell these kits. What's this? You can get the microphone, pop filter, a set of headphones, and a little boom arm. The PD, it's heavy. It's heavier than it looks to be so small. Actually, I didn't realize when I picked it up out of the box. That was the first thing I said. I was like, man, this thing is heavy. But you wouldn't expect it to be that heavy. And it mimics the Shure. It looks similar to the Shure that podcast mic that they have. It's not the same though, because it doesn't have a little touch control on the back of it. There's no switches or anything on it. It has a removable pop filter, but does it interchange with any other ones? I don't know, but it works very good. Now, if you're already set up and you have a mixer or an interface, like one of them Scarlett 212s or something like that, and you're already set up and you're just looking for a mic, then yes, I guess the single mic will be the way to go. If you're starting from scratch or adding on, you got to be careful with some of these with these microphone booms that come with these kits. Excuse me. Some of them are sturdier than others. I'll leave it at that. I have a Rode. I'm using a Rode microphone boom. That is actually what I'm using right now. But this headphones, mic boom, pop filter, along with the microphone, $179. Straight microphone, $99. And it's XLR connection, of course. Well, not of course, it's an XLR because there are USB microphones. Now, I will say this here. The people can't say what I'm a hater, because I'm not a hater, because I actually have USB microphone. Matter of fact, I think it's around here. Hold on a second. I have a USB microphone. Everyone knows what this is, the infamous Blue Yeti. And it's a blue Yeti with a blue pop filter on it. I haven't used it in a while. The only time I was using it when was added into a buddy of mine's Zoom meeting. And for some odd reason, Zoom was giving us the blues, but it was working on the USB. Go figure. But anyway, USBs isn't part of this here. This is all these microphones we're covering are XLRs. And like I said, you see they have all these different upgrades where you can, if you don't have cables and all that, but I'm just going to stick to the microphone itself. So you see it right there. It's $99 from Amazon. B&H Photo, Newegg, eBay may have different prices, but normally the stuff is normally pretty close. Okay. And you can see it there. So we're going to go to the next one. Now, I will say this. All right. Now, the Audio Technica 2020, this is a condenser microphone. It's a condenser microphone. Okay. Basically, now you have condenser microphones and your dynamic microphones. different patterns. They have capsules have different patterns, heart shape, completely round, oblique. There's different. They have different cardioid patterns. The Audio Technica 2020 is a condenser microphone, being it picks up everything. I wouldn't use it in an open environment like I'm sitting here right now. There's a refrigerator back behind me. The air conditioning unit is clean around there, but when it kick out, you hit a click and you'll hear the fan spin up, but it's not but on this, you wouldn't hear it. On that condenser microphone, you'd hear it all. I'm of the opinion that condenser microphones are for sound or are for booths or treated areas where you don't have a lot of external noises, because it will pick it up. But I do have this microphone, and the location where it's at, where I it's another stream that I do. It's literally in a treated room. It's a small room, and it has the foam, no reflections. There's no blower noises, no machines, no nothing. Even the computer at that location is not in the same room. It's outside. The cables pass through a wall, so you don't hear the fans, the cooling fans on the computer. But that's a totally different environment. Totally different environment. Okay. But there it is. But just in case that environment fits you, then it's a good microphone. It's been out for years, but it's still there's a reason Audio Technica still makes this microphone. It works. I mean, it flat out works. Now, does it fit everyone's voice? Of course, there's no microphone that's going to fit everyone's voice, because everyone's voice pattern is different. Everybody's setup is different. So, but that's the thing about condenser microphones. They pick up everything. One thing I learned about a condenser microphone will expose how noisy your environment is. It will. And I also learned that a very expensive microphone, which this isn't, will expose the weakness in your system. It'll expose if your cables, your patch board, your console, your mixer, blend, EQ, very expensive, high quality, super high quality, one of them $3,000-$4,000 microphones will expose every weakness you have in your setup from end to end. Again, you see this here. They come with bundles. Now the 2020 isn't very heavy to me. Maybe it's the way this pitched through the body, being it's a little longer. Now the AT2020 is a side address microphone, where the PreSonus is a top address. The cone is at the top of the microphone. But you see this here, look, for an extra $16 if you don't have anything. For extra $16 you get 2 cables, and you get a pop filter and a boom arm. I mean, 15, that's way more than $16 worth of stuff. If you need it. Here's another one here with and it look like it comes with a preamp of sorts. Let's see. For Blue Coil portable USB audio interface. I don't know anything about this, but like I said, if you already have a setup and you're just looking to add a mic versus starting from scratch, hey, you got output for your headphones, input for, like, you can put your guitar in there, how good it sounds or whatnot. Of course, I don't know. And there's your one microphone input with phantom power. Okay. Next on the list is the microphone that I'm actually using, talking to you guys in right now. talking to you guys in right now. The AT2040, 99 bucks. Same thing. Come in kits, bundles, XLR cable, pop filter, boom mount. Wow, this one, look at this here. You can get a camera and a ring light. They're getting you kicked off in podcasting right off the rip. Tripod base. Let's see what the tripod base look like, y'all. Let's see if it shows us. Yep, there it is. Tripod base, pop filter, XLR cable, cloth, a cleaning cloth, and the microphone itself. Okay, that's 129 bucks. But the microphone itself, they're selling it right now for 99 bucks. The only thing I don't like about it was with mine is this is plastic. Where on my older Audio-Technica microphones, this used to be metal, but now it's plastic. I guess everything's going plastic now. This reduce, I was going to say cheaper. It's not cheaper. It's to reduce manufacturing costs. Okay. Next is the microphone. Now, when I bought my SM7B, it was $400. When I bought it, it was $400. Now it's down to $359. And this microphone is also at the other location where the AT2020 is. Actually, it's running through the same rig. And this is the one, this is the MV7, where I was saying it's similar shape and body style to the PreSonus. The PreSonus capsule end is a little longer, but from a distance, people, you can look at it and people think it's one and the same. But the mount is different, where you see the MV7 goes over the entire body, where the PD7 just comes off of one side. Now, one thing about the Shure SM7B is it needs a lot of gain, and that's why you see this kit here comes where you can buy it with a cloud lifter. Because now, can some boards push it? Yes, there are some boards that can push it. Our board over at the other location can push it, but it needs a little help over here, because it's just a little this is just the little MG10 XU, but it's not over here. But if it was, I would definitely put a booster, a signal booster over here, and I have two of those as well, and we just touch on those. Okay, and you see it's down, like I say, it's down to $359. When I bought mine, like I say, it was $400. It was, everyone was $399, $405, $402, $415, $420, $399. I never saw one less under $399. But I guess now that the market is saturated, I still have I have an old Shure SM58. I think I've had that microphone since I was a teenager, and I'm in my 50s. How about that? Electro Voice. This is when you're getting up there in money. You're getting up there in money. I don't have one, so I can't speak on it. I know someone that has an Electro Voice. I don't know if that's the model that he has, but I know he has an Electro Voice. But I'm not going to speak on. I'm going to stay in my lane for the microphones that I know. Okay, but it's a good microphone. It sounds real good. It sounds very good. I like it. And one thing I like about it over some of these other microphone mounts, you see this wheel, you see this right here? You see this? It spins, where you can just put it to your boom mount, get the threads lined up, and you don't have to twirl the microphone around in a circle. This spins. Okay. And it sounds like something minor, petty, but it really helps. Where the Shure MV7, it looks like it's the same thing, but it's not. You have to spin, it around. This is the little touch boost and cut that I was talking about here, and the microphone and headphone switch on there. And this is touch. It's not a switch. It works on touch like a touch screen. Okay, but I'm gonna get out of that one because I've talked into one, but I don't own one, so I'm not gonna comment on it. And next here is the microphone boosters. I borrowed a Triton from a friend of mine one time. I borrowed a Triton. Works fine. I had no problem with it. I have an actual cloud lifter, and I have this. This is what I'm talking through right now, the Clark Technic. And I think I paid $40, something like that. 40 bucks. What is this one here? Let's see. It doesn't show. Okay. I think I paid like $40 for it, if I'm not mistaken. I also have this, the CL1 cloud lifter. I had this first. I had a CL1 cloud lifter first, then I got a Clark Technic. And I can tell y'all right off the bat, your mileage may vary. Maybe it's because of the type of cables I'm using. I don't know, or my system set up. But in mine, when I'm running the booster on the Shure and on this 2040, I cannot hear any difference between the two. I can't. Well, nobody else here can either. We done the blind thing. I couldn't tell the difference. Are there some microphones out there and systems where the cloud may be far and away above? Yeah, I've seen similar things like that. But in my case, with my equipment, with this 10 channel unit, and with that 24 channel board that we have at the other location, and with the same microphone, I can't tell the difference. I cannot tell the difference. But one thing I do know I like about it, it's square, so it sits down, and it's steel. It's metal. It's built pretty sturdy. I couldn't tell the difference. The FedEx, the Triton that my buddy let me use works great. Works great. Had no problem with it. I bought the Clark Technic on a humbug because, when you having certain people, different people in and out, and you really ain't worried about somebody taking something, but you know what I mean, how stuff gets misplaced. I cried less over that. And I think my cloud lifter was more than $149 when I bought mine. Like I said, because it was a while ago. I want to say it was more than that. I don't know why 169 is sticking out in my head, but I could be wrong. Now the Rose Mini microphone preamp, I don't have one. I've never played with one. I don't know anyone that has one, but I do have a Rose MS111 microphone switch down here. People call it a cough button, but it's a microphone switch. They make a floor mounted type that you can use with your phone, with your foot. But I have the button type over here that's mounted on my desk. So anytime, if there's some noise, phone ring, somebody comes in unannounced, or I got a sneeze or something, and going back about my business. You don't have to mess with any settings on your mixer, reach over and fumbling with something. You don't even have to look, because I know where I have it mounted, and you're done and going about your business. Okay. Now, last but not now, here's the thing. I'm about ready to tell y'all something it will set y'all up with something that I set up one of my buddies with, because he was going to get a Shure. He's going to get the SM7B like the one I got. I let him borrow it. He's more of a gamer street. I'm not a gamer. I don't even own a game. But I let him borrow it. He want Go XLR from his. He has a Blue Yeti, but it's that ball one. It's like round. It's like a ball. Look like a snowball or a baseball or something like that. He has that one, but he wanted that, so I let him borrow it, and he kept it for a while. Then it's like he is going to get one. I said, well, man, I heard someone speak about an alternative, and me being a former, I use mix down tape, have to do mix downs, mix tapes, make compilations and everything to get them set up so the guys can master them and put them out and everything. So I'm very familiar with DBX equipment, with the brand name DBX. I still got a DBX reel-to-reel tape deck over here that I bought in the 80s, and it still works, still sings like a song. Get it serviced, lube it every now and again, and it just keeps right on humming. But I digress. This is what I set him up with. Now, this is a DBX 286S. It's a microphone preamp. Now, the only, if you want to call it only drawback, is it only has one microphone input. That's it. But in his case, that's all he has. You go to DBX has a model that takes multiple ones. This ain't it. Or I've seen people I've seen guys just add these on and run them standalone, because they worry about, sometimes you worry about crosstalk. And I'm not going to get into that, but that's because now I'm getting into something totally different. But what I did is I set him up with one of these and the 2040 at $99, and this at $239. I think it was $245. It was $240 something when he got his at $99. So you're still at you're barely at $350. You're barely at $350, and this thing sounds good. It's not very large. If you have the space, it's a half slot. He don't have a rack or anything. He literally has it on his desk. He has it sitting on his desk, and he has something else sitting on top of it. I can't remember. And we have that, and we have this microphone, and that thing sounds phenomenal. Phenomenal. He has his console. Oh, I'm having a brain cramp. It's not a Behringer. Oh, I'm having a brain cramp. Let me uncramp my brain. A Mackie. He has a Mackie, small Mackie console mixer. But anyway, so he got it. We set it up. I let him play it through with my cloud lifter and the SM7B and the we even played it through the DB. He played the SM7B through the DBX, and he played the 2040 as well through the DBX. He bought a 2040, and he bought a 2040, and he gave me my SM7B and my cloud lifter back. I listened to it too. It sounds, I had no idea. I figured it was gonna sound good because I know how DBX equipment is, but it sounded fun for the amount of money that he had in it. Low noise floor control. It sounded great. It sounded great. I will give him that much. So let's just go ahead and open this up. You see your gain. your line stage in your gain, your phantom power, your 800 hertz high pass filter. That's to knock off the rumble. On in the vinyl world, we call that rumble because below a certain hertz level, you may not hear, but it has this rumbling sound, and it kills that. It minimizes it. Process bypass, your drive, your density. This is your compressor. But anyway, I'm failed and I plan on going. That's another route you can go if you want a super good sound. I mean, it sounds great. In his setup, it sounds great. If you want this system and you can say you're actually saving money and you're getting a little bit more control, and it sounds very good. Okay, so that's it. There's your DBX, there's your microphone signal booster, your SM7B, your 2040 Audio Technica, your 2020 Audio Technica, and your PreSonus PD70. If you have any questions that I can answer, put it in the comment section below. All right. Thanks a bunch, guys. Be safe.